Hey everybody, Kevin Duffy here of the Boston Herald, joined by Guregian, Patriots beat columnist at Gillette Stadium. Week 17 already. Season has flown by. The Patriots in position as the number 2 seed if they take care of business against the Jets. They will, despite their struggles, have another first-round bye and kind of be in good shape heading into the playoffs. They snapped the 2-game losing streak with a win against the Bills last week, which we haven't discussed. It was an uneven performance by the offense. It was dominant by the O-line in the running game, but Tom Brady in the passing game really struggled without Josh Gordon. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I think that's what everyone is talking about in New England. Is Brady going to get any better? Is the passing game going to get any better?
You'd like to think they will. I think the bye is going to be important because he's obviously laboring with a knee problem. It's obvious by the fact how he's bailing out of some of his passes, how he seems to be very protective of his left knee. The rush isn't even quite on top of him, and he's going down. So he's not acknowledging or quite admitting it, but again, the visual evidence is there. The fact that they went to a running game, but they went beyond that. I mean, 45 rushing attempts is a little bit, beyond what you would do even if you were focused on running the football. So there's something wrong there. The other question is, can the passing game improve with what they're left with without Josh Gordon? I think they can be better than what they showed against the Bills. Are they good enough to get by what they're going to face down the road? That's the real question.
Yeah, part of the Bills game was just the game script, how it was going. The Patriots were in control basically from start to finish, so they really didn't need to throw the ball downfield. But Tom Brady completed 13 passes. All but 2 of them were caught within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So they threw nothing down the field at all. They didn't even really try to throw down the field. We don't want to overreact because part of it was just the team they were playing, the script of the game and the team they were playing. But you'd like to see, going to the playoffs, kind of a confidence builder for Brady, for Rob Gronkowski, who did not have a single catch in that game, for Chris Hogan, who didn't have a target on 63 snaps, for Philip Dorsett, who didn't have a target on 27 snaps. They need more than just Julian Edelman in the passing game. Yeah,
I asked Josh McDaniels this week if he was confident when push came to shove, will he have that passing game down the road? He said he was. He was absolutely confident it would be there when needed.
The issues are kind of twofold because we're talking about Brady individually, how he looks different himself, how he's bailing out on some plays. And dating back to certainly the Steelers game, there were a few where he tucked it and just looked kind of frazzled by a rush that wasn't even really there, which is atypical for him. He's normally staying in there and staying strong, and so he just looked a little bit different. And then you compound that with Gronkowski hasn't really looked like himself the whole year, and now without Josh Gordon, they need something from him. I think the hopes of Gronkowski being the Gronk of 2015, 140 yards,
that
2
ain't
TDs.
happening.
That's not happening. But they got to get something more than 0 catches on 3 targets. It's just when they play it in the playoffs, it's just not going to cut it.
Right. Yeah. He has to produce a little more. I think in Brady's case, maybe he's almost protecting himself so he'll be able to be a little better.
Yeah, I agree.
For the postseason, he doesn't want whatever the ailment is in his left knee to get that much worse, so he won't be able to perform in the postseason. So I think all this bailing out and going down early is basically to kind of protect himself, so he'll be okay for the postseason. Just a guess.
Yeah, I agree. Quick look ahead to the postseason, actually. So the Patriots, if they take care of business against the Jets, will be the 2 seed. They got pretty lucky last weekend. Kind of a cool scene to get in there and watch all the players watching the Eagles game and rooting for Nick Foles, and you hear the cheers when Jake Elliott makes the kick. So the Eagles knocked off the Texans. Texans now the 3 seed, Patriots the 2 seed. So what kind of position do you think they're in? Assuming they're going to be hosting a divisional game here, what teams could come here in the divisional round and potentially scare the Patriots?
The Patriots haven't lost here, and they're always terrific here. And I don't know, I think every team is flawed. Kansas City, if they somehow lose the top seed and are the 5 seed and wind up here, even without Kareem Hunt, they would still scare me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because any team that can put up a lot of points is a team that's going to scare you, because obviously the Patriots are no longer that team that's going to basically put up 30, 40 points. So, you know, I'd look to them. I'd look to the Chargers and maybe even the Ravens, too, because, again, their defense is playing lights out.
Yeah, the Ravens are probably the toughest one to forecast, just because they have such a bizarre offense with Lamar Jackson. It's not really anything like any other NFL team is running right now, and they do have a great defense. So I think Ravens, Steelers, if the Chiefs or Chargers do end up here, those are all really difficult games. I'm not very scared by any of the AFC South teams. I think that if it's the Texans coming here, they're not going to win. I think the Titans stand virtually no chance, and same for the Colts. And I'm even saying that with the Titans having beaten the Patriots as badly as they did in Week 10.
Yeah, no, I agree. And again, the great equalizer is Gillette Stadium.
Yep.
You know, people come here, coaches come here, and they do wacky things. And the Patriots are just awesome here. They play here. They're great here, and especially during the playoffs.
Yep. So we will check back with you guys next week. Should be a bye week for the Patriots, but we'll see. You got to take care of business against the Jets first. Find all our coverage on bostonherald.com.